Goes to the Miner here with more Sons of the Forest. So I've decided to go back. Hi, how's it going, honey? I decided to go back to just straightening it out. I was looking at the zigzag, going, that looks messy as heck. I want to be able to see all the way down. So since I've now learned about the rule of 6, let's see if I can fix this at some point. I'm gonna do it as a stone H. I found that I have to do 2, 3, 2, and I can only go 6 this way. So if I come this way, this is 5. This is the middle. This is why this guy's here. 6 here. I'm going to do this little doorway thing, and then I'm going to do pillars all the way across. But I'm not going to fill in this wall here. I was thinking about it, but then it's all these chairs looking forward to a wall, and it didn't make sense. And then have this be a back chamber or something. I've almost finished the floor. We are getting there. What was that? I believe it was a squirrel dying. Okay. Yep. I need you to get stones and... Actually, I need you to follow me because I can't reach the stone holders. I've told him to get stones so many times, he's probably going to look at me and be like, you get the stones. I don't want to get the stones. Boy. Get the stones and fill the holder. One of the things I found out, I don't know if I mentioned it in the last episode, but... you pick up the stones, right? Right? And you can hit G and chuck the stones. And as long as they're within a certain radius of a holder or a sled, it'll go in there. Same thing with the logs, because it's a carried item. That's pretty much it. I did like 2 hours worth of off-camera work to get this where it's at. Because I tried doing the floor, and then I got in some of the pillars, and then... yeah. Went and got more rope, and go plug that in. I don't like the fact that deer can just meld in through the wall. So I'll get a couple arrows into a deer, and he'll just run away. And there goes my my arrows with him. So... I mean, it is what it is. Oh. I saw the other day that one of my Twitch followers stumbled across my YouTube and left a whole lot of comments. I was just like, I like comments. It gives me something to do other than this. Oh, another thing. Another thing I found out. You can do stone windows. I was wikiing a similar subject and I came across it. I was trying to figure out what the use of berries were. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in this space here. Because, yeah, all you do is you pick the axe versus that. And I guess it's because axes... nope, don't do that. I think it's because stone has the same durability as wood. You know, we found that out with the tree, so... Alright, come back here. Fill that in. Top those out. Come back here. Pick those up. And I bet I could probably put in, because it counts as a window now, I could probably put something in there. But that's cool. Oh, what else did I find out? There's a lot of things. Because I've been bouncing between YouTube and Twitch. So in the interim, I've been learning a lot about the game. Alright, pop that out. I took out the aloe. Yes, I did. Oh well. I'm full up on aloe anyways. Okay, this is the doorway. I wondered if you could do a doorway. I don't think so. I mean, I could try and do a doorway. Oh, I can do here, here, here. You probably can do a doorway. Hold on. If I can do a doorway, then I'm going to... Yeah, the wood here is because I'm going to do a doorway here. I'm probably going to switch this wood out with stone and then do stairs, but you can't do stone stairs, I don't think. Again, I don't know. Oh, also, the number of times you see me switching from axe to tool, or to weapon to axe, if you just keep pushing G, eventually it'll all go away, because G is put away. At least that's what it is for default for me. So it's like, no, you just keep pushing G and eventually you'll put your tool away. Or whatever it is, away. There's a thing I want to test. Can I throw rocks? No, he just puts it away. Okay. That's what I thought. It's because a stone and a log are held on your shoulder, and the rocks are just held in your inventory. So I kind of assumed that's what that was. Can I build... Oh, I heard you. Can I have sticks? Excuse you, sir. This happens all the time, too. And then I look up and he's gone. Where did he go? He teleported. Oh, he went here and he died. Okay. And this guy is also... Oh my god. How many guys are back here? Oh god, it's going to be like the deer all over again. So when I first put the wall up and I put spikes on it, along it, I would occasionally find deer out and about. I need to dismember you. Oh, you don't have a head, I don't think. I think I should dismember with... I think he's pretty well... Oh, that's right, I don't have sticks. Wait, can I do this? Can I do this? No. Alright. Yeah, the amount of video of me skipping me skipping that. I think my last video I skipped probably 20 minutes of killing cannibals and throwing them in the fire. Unreal. Excuse you. Oh, I dropped his purse. And there's that one. Also found out that the mud guys, you know, the ones that don't have a assigned spot in the world, if you, since they're really fast, and the machete is a lot faster, let's see if, damage is the red, so this is like mid, but it's a really slow, and then this is a little bit less, is like half as much damage, but it's really fast, and they're really fast, so it would, I've killed them faster with the machete, plus you can block with that. Reset you, reset you, reset you. Can I pick that up? No. Now that the door is open, he's going to come outside and grab even more stones. At some point in the near future, I need a... I like having this fire, don't get me wrong, I really do. But I don't like trying to get at my pot for... and he just... There's something out there. Trying to get at my food. And then at the same time trying to, like, cook up cannibals. I wish I had like a dismemberment. I wish I had like a dismembering trap or something. So I could just chuck them in there. Where did the bone go? Oh, I suppose because it's less limbs. There you go, Slapsalotl. I'm paying tribute. Oh my god. Probably why he dropped his set. Okay, fine, I'm hungry. Drink this. I see a Drickles out there. Jesus. Oh, you must have been damaged from before or something. I just love it when there's just free armor outside. Ever since I learned that, you could just knock them down and then attack them, and I'm like, oh. Been using that ever since. Any more dead cannibals on the side here? I'd like to get back to building my temple, sir. For cannibals only. Alright. That's what I thought. I was watching Code the other day and he was talking about how every Steam game has notes. And I'm like, really? Anybody else? No? Okay, cool. Yeah, every Steam game has notes. And if you really want to... No, not in there. I can come up here and I can hit pin. And I could pin right there. Build a sacrificial burn pit for cannibals only. Build it off on the side or something. But I love how I went from, like, get me 60 some odd ropes to 17. Still have to gather a bunch of sticks, though. I wish I could pick up the babies and throw them in the fire. But I guess there's not enough bones. And then I come back here and there's no bones. I just burned a body. Worth 2 bones, I guess. Man, back in my day, the bones used to be worth a heck of a lot more. Now, not so much. Oh, yes, gotta see if that I can make a door. Yeah, I never realized how little I finish a conversation. It's a lifelong issue, I believe. All right, now. Oh yes, I can make doors like that, or I can make thicker pillars. All right, that makes me happy. I mean, now I'm wondering if I should put a doorway here finally. We'll see. I mean, there's a lot of stone going into this. Like a lot of stone. Put this over here. But yeah, I like having the note there for a bit, and then I'll just unpin it because I think it's in the way, but alright, so that's there. Put this here. Unpin that. See if Calvin comes back in. So it really bugs me that animals have transparency, meaning they can go in and out of the wall like the wall wasn't even there. But Calvin adheres to that, and he'll go out, like he'll phase through the wall, but then he can't get back in. He'll pick up objects. I think it's because when he picks up objects, the objects themselves have collision, and then he can't get back in because he's picked up the objects. Because there'll be times where I'll see him pushed up against the wall, and he's just running, and he can't get back in. Yeah, when I was editing the last couple of videos, I noticed that I noticed why I couldn't pick up certain things, and I'm just sitting there going, kind of like making that I am so dumb face. All right, where am I going with this? Oh, over there. Can I also cut out a lot of my clumsiness. Because I'm like, oh god, I'm so clumsy. I don't want people to know how clumsy I am. Alright, so yeah, this needs to be here, but this doesn't. But if I put a piece of wood here and a piece of wood there, I should be able to take that out, put a piece of stone in there, and then take the wood out. So that's my theory. Let's see if it... Oh, come on. Babies. Is there a Mr. Grickles with it? There's a lot of these. Bunny. Off camera in another world, I had attempted to see how realism worked, how that setting is. Oh my god. There are pros and cons to it, definitely. Pros being you have like unlimited time to do stuff. It's infinitely day, it might as well be. Because it just is. Daytime forever. Because it's real time. Which makes sense. Oh, I don't have any traps on that side. Because I haven't gotten that far yet. Oh, cool. He's inside. Shut the door. Yeah, you stay inside, sir. Ugh. Oh, wait. I did the thing, didn't I? I did. Hold on. I was distracted by baby. I'm easily distracted in this game. Which is an understatement of the century. But no, the realistic thing is just that. Put that there and put this here. Which will support those, which means I could take this out. Yes. Put it there. Come over here. Grab this one bit. Run back over here. Plug that in. Pull this out. Once you learn how to do the building thing, you're like, okay, now I know why it wouldn't let me do this, or why it wouldn't let me do that. Like, it makes sense. It finally does, and you're like, okay, that's why this is, and that's why that is. Huh, okay. Yep. Alright. But before that, you're like, why isn't this... Why can't I pull this piece out? Dear devs, you know. Yeah, me and my friend started doing the Dear Devs thing. It was... We would try out a game. Give that for now. Yeah, we would try a game out. Test play this, that, and the other thing. And we'd always come up with at least like one issue. And it was always... The issue was, what? I can't sit down in a chair? Unplayable. Especially games that had heavy like emotes and stuff, and I'm like, I can dance and I can point and I can wave, but I can't sit in a chair? What gives, man? I get that that's not how that works, but okay. But it was never like, Dear Devs, I'm mad. No, it was never Dear Devs, I'm mad. It's just I'm poking fun at the fact that I can't sit down in this game. Or dang it. I need to put it over there or something. Ever since playing V Rising, every game should have banners and rugs. What? This game doesn't have banners? Unplayable. Although technically this game has banners, I just don't know how to access that. I mean, like, you could put a tarp up as a wall, or a really crappy banner, but I can't inset pieces, you know? So if I could inset a piece, I would do that, but I can't. Like, meaning, like, if I could put a wall piece coming in, I probably could. I don't think it works that way, though. I have figured, I think I figured a way to do, overhangs. And it sounds really easy in my head. I don't know if it translates it's really easy. But let me see if I can... I was at work yesterday, and like halfway through my shift, I was like, I think, yep. So put that there. So you put that up like that, right? You put this in here, you remove this, and you have an overhang. So then maybe you just build above it. And then you just have that. Or... Can I have my piece back? Thank you. Or can I have... No. See, I don't know. Wait. Nope, that's how people do that. I've seen people do slanted ways, and I don't know how that... Oh, I know why. because this is here. Can I... Okay, it's slanting that way. Can I have it slant in? No, apparently not. I can have it slant that way, but I want it to slant this way. Still gotta play with it then. Although, this makes for some interesting shapes, so I could put that there, put this here, put another piece here, have this slanting this way, and then have a staircase. And then have it be empty in the middle here, you know? Because that's how that works. Oh, yeah! Okay, if you go to the wiki, there's a site showing you how to do basic building. And it has a structure going this ways, and then has a roof coming off this way. And I was like, how do you have a roof coming off in that direction? But I'm going to break this all down. I was just doing that as an example. See? It's cool, isn't it? It's a little cool space to hide away. I mean, if you had to look at this all the time, I'd hide too, but you know, that's just me being me. So, yeah, I would like to build like an actual kitchen area, but I want to do it above the pond, and I want to do it in such a way that a section of it is kind of left open, kind of like an ice shanty for people who know what those are. Because not every state in the U.S. has any clue what those are. It's a shack that goes out on the ice when a lake freezes. Water freezes. It's a little shack that goes on there. They usually have a hole in the bottom, and you drill down through the ice and you sit there and fish. So it'd be kind of like that. And then that way I could come down, collect my water, go back up, and just have basically a kitchenette area here. And then I'm thinking about moving these, all three of these, because they're so fun to set up, kind of along. So this is going to come out one, then it's going to go up on stairs, then this one's going to be silted because the ground is sloped, and then I'm going to plumb out at some point between videos how big this structure is going to be, you know, and then all the stuff from there. And then in the kind of the crook here between this structure and this structure, I was going to re-put these three things like kind of like right in here, and then move these bone that are just chilling out here in the open back here, just have kind of like a little bone storage. And I might actually raise it up and give it foundation because it just looks nicer, and then put like the sacrificial pit just in this area here. So I can bring them off to the side here and burn them. And have like a little lean-to where I store the firewood. But yeah. I'll make the kitchen out of wood. Because it makes it easy to kind of just throw it up. Someday I might switch it out to stone. I don't know yet. Go to sleep. I know I'm starving. Stone Age. I always look really slowly on my first save because I'm like, I don't want to accidentally save over something useful. I think my pot is empty. So here I put empty pots. Cage gave me the idea because I was watching him do it on his stream. You can also put, and I've done this, I'm going to do this in the kitchen area. I'm going to put a couple of fires because it's super useful, and then right on the fireplace you can put a shelf like right above where you cook your food, and then you put empty pots on there, and it's just helpful. Oh, give me that. Yeah. These are also the pots from post-winter. But no, I will keep... This is like a talking episode. Alright, that's all full. That's all full. I'm gonna go over to that little campsite over there. Ooh. Yeah, I noticed that once the snow melted, I could see a lot better. Alright, put that away. I think in the next game... Okay, interesting. In my next playthrough, I'm going to turn the option of refillable loot. I didn't know that was an option. I was new to the game when I started doing this Let's Play series, so I didn't know that you could do that. I'm also going to enact longer days, and I'm probably, just to be more challenging, there are a bunch of additional effects, like if you're cold, you take damage. If you have low food, you take damage. So all those times I wake up in the morning and I'm like, my bars are empty, I take damage. And then I'm thinking about putting cannibals on aggressive. I don't know, it's just a thought, because right now they're on default. And right now they're not too bad. There are a couple times where I'm like, I'm trying to build this temple. I'm sorry that I had to chop up 1,000 of you guys to do it, but could you just not show up every 10 minutes? That would be really appreciative. But the further you get into the game, the more baddies show up. So, I get it. I really do. That's the name of the game. It's not Minecraft 2.0. It's Sons of the Forest, and cannibals are gonna show up all the time. Especially since, you know, you find the shotgun in my backyard, and that place is supposed to have a ton of cannibals anyways. So, also, if people have suggestions on where I should do the next Let's Play, that'd be great. Because, you know, build on the beach, I see why people build on the beach. It's big, it's open. Once you get the rope gun, you can easily get trees there. You don't have to chop down a bunch of stuff that are in your way. You don't have to worry about Calvin knocking trees down on what you're building. So therefore, that's cool. And useful. I'll do one more load here. But, yeah. Because here, I noticed in the thick of the trees, Calvin would go to chop down something, and okay, now he's chopped down something that collapses into your wall is destroyed, and Calvin's like, look, I was useful, I got to use some wood. And you're just sitting there trying to pull your hair out and be like, I spent all that time building that, and you just destroyed it inside of a moment, because you're trying to be helpful. See? I was trying to put it here, but it wouldn't let me put it here. But you'd think with all that's landing there, Calvin would just be like, oh, cool, he's helping. He put all this stone right here. I should go grab it. But his internal AI doesn't notice the stone that's way over here and brings it over. Oh, boy. Red guys. What the heck? Oh. Oh man, I took too long to. Oh no 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 no! Get away from my wall. All right, give me. That's what you get. This is for you. That's for you. Again, you know, their handiwork. I wish you could chop up the bigger guys. Like the juggernauts, the red guys. You can't, but I wish you could. These people, like, you can chop their head off, but you can't collect their head. Their head's too fat. You can't pick it up. Oh, chop that. But I wish I could just throw them all in the sled. I mean, if I could put 1,000 pounds of tree in my sled, I should be able to put... And then I come back in here, and the fire is out. And then I gotta start the fire again, and then... You need to make, like, a non-cooking fire. You need to make a non-cooking fire. That's just it. Something that lasts longer. That burns for, like, the entirety of a day or something. I get that you can just add firewood to make it burn longer, but... Oh. This is also the irritate. This is why they have Calvin go out and do that kind of stuff. Because if I went out and did it all the time, I'd be super annoyed. I already am super annoyed. Or you throw a body and it's like 1 foot too not close enough. You threw it to the edge of the fire instead of on the fire, and then you run away, and then you come back, and then you gotta restack the bodies, and... I'm thinking about doing... These are future ideas. I want to do a storage shack. Build storage shack. So I want it to be like a... Maybe like a 2x5 or something. So like this. I don't know why I absolutely had to put them up on a raised surface. But I'm thinking about, like, on this back wall here. Since there's nothing right here. Chop this down. Put up like a 2x5 structure. Put a door in the middle of one side. So 1, 2, door, 3... Or 1, 2, door, 4, 5. And then all along the walls put storage shelves everywhere. So it'd be shelf, 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 shelf on the nub corners there. And then I could relocate a lot of this shelving to there, and that's so much fun to do. Put a bunch of like spear things in there. I kind of like this bone armor thing, and I'll probably put a couple of those guys in here as things. But I want to be able to go out and collect. I want to go do a mining run and put a bunch of silliphite on an entire shelf of silliphite. That's just something I want to do. But I currently can't do that because I don't have enough space. And this is empty. But yeah. So, yeah, lots of plans. Lots of things to do. corpse totems. Move bone storage onto foundations. Man, I got a lot of notes. A lot of to-dos. I'm trying to do at least 2 videos a week. That's what you get. I swear to God, man. I try to keep you safe, but you keep walking in the way. Every like 2 seconds. Can you just not? I don't want Calvin's fate to... You know, streamers will like explain a thing and forget that their character is actually in the process of starving to death. I've seen it dozens of times before, and you're like sitting there like, how do you not see that? Tunnel vision, man. You don't notice. You don't notice that that's happening in the corner because you're in the foreground talking about something. And then you look over and your guy's like, ugh, and you're taking damage. So you might think moving it from there to here is kind of a waste of time, but I'd rather run to here than to run all the way here, grab the thing, run all the way back, place the thing, run all the way here, grab it. Even though that's how this update started. But, like, yeah. Put that there. This is how I frame out my stuff when I'm building with wood now, too. So I'll put the beam across the top, but then I'll also put a beam across the bottom, letting me know that that's, like, the outline of a room. The downside to doing it that way, though, is you can't get across here, but if you crouch, you can kind of hop over like that. So it's kind of a pain, but it allows me to, in my mind, to see, okay, this is a room, and that is a room, and this is where a window goes, and this is, you know, well, not where a window goes, but, you know. But we are getting there, and I'm so sorry, Calvin. You're white like a band-aid, and I didn't know you were there, okay? That's like a bandage, you know, gauze is white, so... Yeah, the bonus to throwing it is you don't have to look for the prompt of... Because stone is back here, then wood is in the middle, and then the rocks are up front. You don't have to look for that prompt every single time. And you just chuck it. And it looks cool. It kind of reminds me of the scene from the old Sword in the Stone where Merlin does the little ditty and all the stuff shrinks and goes in his bag. Kind of reminds me of that. Or there are a couple of times in movies where somebody will like swish a wand and everything just... Like Harry Potter does it all the time. They switch their wand and everything got put away real nicely and all the books went on the shelf and boots went under the bed and clothes went in the dresser and it's so nice. Yeah, put it out there. Yeah, I saw how a lot of people were building, and you put up a framework first. You know, put up like a skeleton of a structure. Mind the pun, because it's a temple. And then yeah, you just kind of fill it in when you have the material to do so. Because the floor was nothing in comparison to how much all the walls will take. Because that's just more floor, you know? It's just vertical floor. There's so much material in this vertical floor. Oh my god, it's going to take forever to fill all this in. But then it just, I don't know, you get this good feeling inside, like, oh my god, look at this cool thing I built. I'm so proud of it. You know? But yeah, I've come up with those list of things to do so Calvin can stay with on the property and collect stone, because we've all seen many episodes worth of I went to go do this, and then Calvin followed me, and nothing got done on the property. So, but yep, that's what I plan on doing. Just in the time of me talking here, he's collected 3 sleds worth of stone, which I guess the floor isn't done, which isn't horrible, but it puts into perspective how long it takes. I mean, it's been almost an hour, so about 20 minutes per pile. Minus the times where he got freaked out by cannibals and ran away. I wonder if I can do some sort of stone altar type thing. Or put stone on the floor. I mean, we could check. Okay, that's there. Which means the altar should go here. Oh, what I could do is grumble because I'm in the middle of a conversation. Oh, you guys, what's up? Power crash compels you. Oh, come on, die. I could hop down there and make this go faster, but I'm low on armor. And you guys have armor, so... Speaking of which, there they are. Needs to be like 1, I think. Yes. I have an idea. I can't do one big stone altar. At least not with the recipes that I have access to. But I have an idea. And then put that away. This is not Halo, put that away. Wags. Hooray. There I have an altar with a bunch of body parts on it. That was my line of thinking there. But anyways, I'll let all of you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye-bye.